What's going on YouTube? It's Chris bringing you guys another Fantasy Puck video. And today we are going to be talking about the must-own late round gems. These are players that are going in the last couple rounds of your draft, and some of them are even undrafted. And we want to make sure that you guys are targeting these players because of the value that they bring, especially in the later rounds. Guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave a like as well if you enjoyed the video. Also, be sure to check out our other platforms, including our Patreon and our Twitter, for all your fantasy hockey needs and updates. Let's get right into the video. Martin Necas is my favorite player on this list and the guy I'm most excited for in this upcoming season. I think there was a huge variation and drop-off this past season with his point production. Only 40 points in 78 games. He only shot 8.8%, which is a lot lower than his career average of 12.3. He also saw a decrease in minutes because we saw Seth Jarvis come in and take that line one spot, and it kind of bumped him down the lineup. And with Pacioretty being injured, he's slated to play on line 2 with Svechnikov, and I just think that you'll see production similar to what it was last season when he had 41 points in 53 games. You'll see his time on ice come up. You'll see his power play time come up. He's just too talented of a player to not produce at the level that he was the season prior. So I'm expecting a big bounce back year from him, as Mike mentioned in the bounce back video. But he's going so deep in drafts that I'm just like, I can't even find his ADP, guys. So I'm really excited for Necas this year. Make sure that you're targeting him in your last couple rounds of your draft. Up next, we got Gustav Forsling of the Florida Panthers, and really a big season for this guy last year, guys. He set a career high in both goals, assists, and shots, seeing average 21 minutes and 13 seconds on ice, and we expect that to actually improve this year because of Mackenzie Weegar going out and Forsling being the only really left defenseman to step into that role with Ekblad. We're expecting another big year out of him, and we believe that he should see power play time as well on that second unit. So if he's going anywhere later in your drafts, like I've taken this guy a couple times just as like an extra defenseman if you've seen some of the mock drafts that we've done on the channel. And I think it's just really good value, guys. Like, if you need an extra defenseman and he's going to see like a top two, like look at Devin Taves, for example, where he's now being a point per game defenseman playing with Makar. Obviously, it won't be that extreme, but Forsling should see some production increase as well playing on that top pair with Aaron Ekblad. From one Panther to another, I was kind of surprised when I saw Carter Verhaeghe's ADP this season. 175.6 puts him in the 15th round, and he's actually 72% owned in drafts, which doesn't surprise me, but I was surprised at how late he was going in some rounds. With 167 shots, it's not a lot by any means, but he did have a really good year with the Panthers, posting 55 points in 78 games. I did a little bit more of a deep dive into his pre- and post-All-Star splits, and you could definitely see a little bit of drop-off, not only with production, but in time on ice. Verhaeghe has upside to play in the top 6 this year. He could even see line 1 with Barkov, and I just think that at this point in the draft, it's great value to grab a guy that was producing close to a point per game prior to the All-Star break. Now, do I expect he's going to be a point per game player? No, but could I see him riding Barkov and Tkachuk's coattails regardless of where he plays in the top 6? Absolutely. And at this late in the draft, guys, he's definitely a great pick. So definitely make sure you snag him if he's available. Rickard Rakell has a ton of upside this season, and it's not just because of the fact that he could be playing with Crosby. It also has to do with the fact that he has an insanely high shot volume, and he does hit quite a bit as well with 99 hits last season. And at ADP of 169, that puts him in the 14th round. And I just think at this point, guys, it's great value. You're getting a guy that's going to see top 6 minutes, power play one time. Mike talked about how half the time he was splitting with Crosby and half the time he was splitting with Malkin with his stint in Pittsburgh after getting traded at the trade deadline. So regardless of where he ends up, we're definitely expecting a big year out of Rakell with, like I said, an insane shot volume for this late in the draft. He also hits as well. He should have solid plus minus numbers as well. So I'm expecting him to go a lot earlier in drafts, but if he falls to you guys in the later rounds, definitely target this guy. He was just going to be an absolute gem if you manage to land this guy. He's only 11% owned currently in Yahoo drafts, which to me, I think is definitely going to change once the season starts. He's going to have a big year, and I'm very excited for him. Rounding out our list, we have Jakub Vrana of the Detroit Red Wings, and injuries have been the name of the game for Vrana. He's definitely struggled to stay healthy, and as you can see, only 26 games last year with a total of 13 goals, 6 assists, 6 power play points, and 65 shots. Now, the interesting thing with Vrana is we're going to see where he ends up playing, because prior to him coming back the previous season, when he got traded from Washington to Detroit. He was playing first line with Dylan Larkin. This was prior to Lucas Raymond coming into the mix, and Bertuzzi is definitely somebody that should see top 6 minutes and will likely take Vrana's spot on the top line. But even playing in the top 6, he's got guys like Andrew Kopp around him. So I'm really excited for Vrana this year. I think the talent is definitely there, and we just haven't seen the consistency in terms of the production yet. So we're expecting a big year out of him this year, especially like you put him on a line with David Perron, who's a really good shooter, and like this guy could go absolutely nuts. So I'm expecting a big year out of Vrana, especially with how late he's going in drafts, guys. Like his ADP is currently 166, which puts him in the 14th round, which is like in the last couple picks of your draft. So he's definitely somebody that I'm going to be targeting this year in terms of drafts just because of the point total upside. And I believe that he's going to have a fantastic year if he can stay healthy with the Wings. So definitely target him in your later rounds. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, as well as leave a comment down below on somebody that you're targeting in the later rounds of your draft. Guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. You guys have been crazy with the support lately, and we're only getting started with this year's fantasy hockey season just around the corner. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys in the next video. Have yourselves a fantastic rest of the day.